Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So, as you've seen, I have already done a few videos about myself singing, and today I would like to talk about who I am and my life a little bit, because I'm an international student from China and I've been here for almost 5 years now. So there are a lot of things that I feel like I have a few opinions on that I would like to talk about. And so a little bit about me, that I was born in China and I grew up in Shanghai. When I graduated from middle school there, I went to high school in a private Catholic school in North California, and then that was like a really interesting experience because I feel like where I come from, I don't really see as much I graduated from a foreign language school in Shanghai, but still I didn't see really a lot of Americans, and I realized that the way we learn how to talk to each other is very different than how Americans actually communicate with each other. And I think that's a big difference when I start out as an international student. I think it's not just linguistically it was different, because a lot of times I don't understand what you're talking about, I don't understand how you feel about this current issue, and I don't think that I have my English is good enough to communicate about it. And I think that was a big obstacle for me to communicate with other people, because it's I wanted to show you who I am, but I don't really know how to express myself in a different language. So yeah. A few tips I would have for international students who are in the United States. I think a big debate is should I try to fit into the mainstream, or do I want it to be just be myself? And I think it doesn't have to be one way or the other. You don't have to try to fit in the culture of the mainstream culture too hard if you're not enjoying it. For example, I never was interested in being in a musical, and I just felt that was really exhausting for me, but I went to watch it every time if my friends is in a musical. So it's trying to find a middle ground, what do I want to do, what do I want to keep for as part of my culture, what do I want to absorb from this different culture that I just meet. And I think when I first came here, what helped me a lot is joining a club or a sports team. I played volleyball when I was a freshman. To be honest, I was really bad at it. I wasn't even able to surf. I've never played volleyball in my life, but it was fun because I get to know my teammate a lot. I had so I was a spiker, the one that hit the ball in volleyball. And then I had a friend who was a setter, and then we were really good friends because she always set the balls to me. So I felt that was a way to hey, just start a conversation and then start a friendship. And I think being friend with someone, whether they're American or they're not American, is a good way to just when you're in a new environment, you always wanted to have support system, and then friends are obviously a very good way to get that support. And I think joining clubs is also good, because it's if you're not into sports, you can find I think there's a lot different clubs that you could join. When I was a freshman, I think I did archery club, which later on I became the club leader of. And I didn't really know what archery was at the beginning, and I tried it out in the summer. I think it was a spring camp or winter camp or something, and I was doing archery with a bunch of elementary kids, school kids. But I don't think it matters as long as you are open to new ideas and trying different things. And I think that at first when we came to the United States, it's gonna be a really I really miss doing this at what we did in China, or whatever we did at home, and that's normal. When I first came here, I really wanted to watch anime all the time, just read comic books in my room, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think if that's the part of yourself that you wanted to keep, I think it's always good to know what you really like. But once you're in a new environment, just be open-minded to try a few new things, because I think that's what helps me to really enjoy my time when I was here. Even though like there was a lot of language barrier and I didn't really know how to express myself very well, I think joining clubs and sports team are very good ways to like communicate with other people in like in a level that's like higher than just saying how are you, or like what's your name, like what are you, something like that. And I think a lot of times international students, at least my friends, are always telling me that they're discouraged from joining a club or a team or something because they feel like they have to like be dedicated to like doing whatever schoolwork or academics. And I don't think there's any wrong with like being dedicated to your academics, because after all, we all came here to find a better or good education, if there's no comparing. However, I think that like if you think about like your like mental health and everything, like in the long run, like you're always gonna enjoy your work more if you actually take the time to play and to connect with other people. And I think that's also a psychological thing, is that when you play and you spend time doing the things you enjoy, and then you will be in a better place and a better mood when you come back to your work. So like don't feel guilty about like joining clubs or like doing sports. And I think that's just like a perfectly normal method to like kind of like getting to know your community, and then like trying to like find a place of like where you want to be like socially, because you know that's gonna be, if you decide to stay here like a little longer, if you're not like only staying there for a year, you want to be able to try to make the most of it. And that, I think that's the most important part. So yeah, thank you for like watching this video. And I just think that like if there's anything that in this video that helped you, I would love to like hear back about like what you think. I just wish that like these videos are gonna be like beneficial for people who are also in my situation. And every time there's like I see someone asking me for like advice, or like younger people are like wondering about like college application, I was trying to like be able to like help them because I've been in the same shoe. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. See you next time.